Welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Red Show. I am joined by Liam, Ethan and Lenny, and today we are doing our top 10 current Premier League CDMs. Now before we start, should we say how hard it is to differentiate between the CDM and centre mid? I had to make a list for everyone and I just could not tell who's like a CDM or a centre mid, so in advance, if we've got any wrong, apologies.
Well, it's a very fine line, so
yeah.
Well, I think you did most.
I did
most
all
of
right.
it pretty
I did
well.
all right. Yeah. I might have forgot a few, but it is what it is. Anyway,
I'm putting a rogue for you as well.
Should we go with our number 10s?
I've got Rodri.
Number 10.
Right.
Number 10. How many games he played this season?
Yes.
How many games he played this season?
You can't.
How many games has he played this season?
I know he hasn't played much. But
2.
You can't, bro.
Ballymumba has played against more Premier League opposition, the same amount as Premier League opposition as Rodri.
Bro, you can't.
You can't say he's one of the best, and he's played 2 games.
So in that.
Bro has won the Ballon d'Or and you're saying he's not one of the best.
He's played 2 games.
Yeah, but it's not based on this season. It's a mix of their quality and this season.
You said current.
No, it's not current.
You said current.
No, I said a mix of this season and their all-round quality.
Well then.
So what, that...
Well then. But he's played... Well, the reason is he's played 2 games. He's played... He didn't even play 4 games either, but he's probably only played 90 minutes of football. So I could list countless players who's played more Premier League opposition. And he's done nothing. He's done nothing in them 2 games.
Yes, but he's the best DM in the world.
But not currently.
Bro, come on.
He's not playing currently.
Yeah, but like Mbappe, for instance, or if they're injured, what, you just not class them as one of the best strikers in the world?
Well, currently, right now, he is not one of the best in the world. Like, as in, right now, this instant.
Well, no, because he's out with an ACL injury.
Exactly. Because
But
if you chucked him in, he's only got 1 leg at the moment, so...
Yeah, but it's like his quality, he's the best, right. Take his injury away, he's the best DM in the league, surely, or in the world even.
Maybe. You never know he's going to come back from the injury. Well, before, yes. But...
That is one of the most outrageous takes I have ever seen.
Well, then,
Just based on that he hasn't played this season, then you're putting him 10.
He's played 2 games.
That is poor. Anyway, Lenny, do you want to do your number 10?
Number 10, Kamara, Aston Villa.
Yeah, I like that shout.
That's
Really good player.
shout.
I've got another player from Villa coming up, but I think it's been really good.
Yeah, I think Kamara is a really good player. He is in my list, but he's not 10th. I think this season he's just really come into his own, and especially last year as well. I think he's one of them who goes unnoticed as well. Who have you got, Liam?
I've got Lewis Cook.
Lewis Cook.
Yeah, so I can't lie, I'm going off your base list you were supposed to in the podcast, but so I don't have really much justification, but I did look at it before and I sort of agree. Sort of just overall.
Obviously, he's been at right back recently, hasn't he?
Yeah, but
No, he's a good player.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
right
but no,
back there.
normally he's like a centre mid DM.
blame you, babe, mate.
Yeah, he's base hole. But no, Cook's a good player. Obviously, remember when he came through at Leeds? He was meant to be like England's next big talent, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like when he was at Leeds in 2016. He's been at Bournemouth ever since. Obviously, injuries haven't helped him, but he's still a good player, isn't he?
Yeah.
Very good player.
But no, my number 10, I've got Brentford's Christian Norgard. I really like him. I think he's a threat in both boxes as well, and he's got such a solid defensive mind.
Well, I literally just took him out.
Did you?
Because I remembered the name. Yeah, I literally just took him out. I remembered a name.
Nah, I think Norgard is probably one of the most underrated in the league. Just consistently solid for Brentford. But yeah, we'll see. So number 9, what are we saying then?
I've got Belieber.
Labour, yeah.
I mean, I agree with it because I feel like he's got a lot of potential, still quite young. From what I've seen personally, from what I've watched him in games and stuff, he's played quite well this season, so I'm happy to have him at number 9.
To be fair, he's very. I really liked him because he was linked to United and like last summer. I was a bit like he's only really played like 2 seasons of football.
Yeah.
And he's very young as well.
I mean, like you could tell when he's not playing, Brighton miss him. I mean, he didn't play in the game against us and we beat him 7-0. And he is just such a quality midfielder. I think he's like their next Caicedo. He's going to get a big move eventually.
Yeah.
How much do you reckon he'll go for then?
I think he's upwards of 50. In today's market, he's upwards of 50.
I reckon they'll probably get 70 million from like.
Yeah, they'll probably get
65,
they'll get
somewhere
something
around
ridiculous. He would fit United well, but would he go to United? That's the thing.
Who would want to go United nowadays?
Exactly, yeah. Arsenal don't exactly need a DM,
We
would
don't
you say?
necessarily need one.
City...
Could he go
well,
abroad?
City, yeah, could go abroad.
Yeah.
Could come to Forest. But no. Who you got in number 9, Ethan?
Declan Rice.
Bro.
Right. I've not rated Declan Rice at all.
Really?
I think he's more of a rugby player than he is a football player. Sideways and backwards everywhere he goes.
Wow.
He-
Rage bait, yeah.
But
I
no.
totally disagree. I can't lie.
No, I
I
disagree.
think he was so poor against West Ham.
He's always
Well,
poor
I mean, it's
at
one
home
game,
against
though.
West Ham.
It's one game.
Yeah,
though.
but
Yeah.
I just think he's just.
Considering
medi-
you've got 2
He's
Arsenal
been-
fans here.
Yeah.
I think he's just mediocre.
He's been one of our best players this season. I can
Yeah.
outright say that. Like, without him, we probably would have conceded even more goals than what we have already.
Yeah, just don't rate.
I think he's one of them, like he does his job so well, but you can't see it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that CDM role, it's... Thank you, Matt. That CDM role, it's just... The stuff you do goes so unnoticed.
But I just don't rate. I don't rate him in England. Don't rate Arsenal.
Not even in England?
Nope.
Wow.
No.
What?
That is a...
I'd have Calvin Phillips.
Anyway, Lenny, who's your
Number 9, I put Basuma
Sumo, really?
for Tottenham. Yeah,
I think his Brighton days, he was very good.
He was better.
He
I
was
think
really
at
good
Brighton.
at Brighton. Tottenham hasn't been... I wouldn't say he's been awful.
There's been a few good games.
Yeah.
I think he's had here and there.
Yeah.
Not
he's-
quite consistent enough.
Yeah, and he's
Dude,
all...
that's Spurs all over. Not
That is
Just-
Tottenham.
yeah. What are you saying, him?
As I said, I don't think we've seen the best of Basuma since he's went to Spurs, personally.
No.
Like, he's a lot better in his Brighton
But
days.
at Brighton, there was a player there.
Yeah, he's also prone to a red card.
Yeah.
Like, I
Nothing
think
wrong with that.
he got sent off.
Bit of character.
I think he got sent off twice last season.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
It's just
When-
quite irrational, which
Yeah.
doesn't help his case.
Yeah.
Which, in a way, you kind of need. But
Yeah.
my number 9, I've actually got Kamara from Villa. I do really like him, and I think he's still quite young, isn't he? Like
Yeah.
mid-20s, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think he's just a really good player, and big reason why Villa have been up there the last 2 years. Obviously, he's out injured at the minute, which is not great for them. But no, I think Kamara is a quality player. So,
Yeah.
Number 8, we'll start with Lenny.
I've put Thomas Partey
Really?
As
I've got him really high.
just because I've got
Yeah.
players from the same club, so I wanted to spread it out a bit. But at left back, he doesn't work.
Mhm.
I don't know why he keeps getting put at left back. He gets beat so easily, and it's been a reason why we've lost the games that we've lost this season, conceded the goals that we concede. But in midfield, he's really good,
Mm.
and you can notice it. There's a difference with him playing in midfield and at left back. But yeah, I think he'll leave in the summer.
Really?
Yeah,
Where do you reckon he's
100%.
gonna go?
Not
Yeah.
Spain.
But Saudi Arabia, I reckon, off coming.
Fair.
I
The
think
links to Zupermendi.
I think when Partey's on it, he's one of the best in the league. But it's just about that consistency, isn't it? And actually being able to play in
Yeah.
midfield. Like
Yeah.
I said, he's been at right back, he's been at left back.
And I don't know
so-
why. I really don't, because
You
it
know, I
hasn't
think it's
worked
because of
out.
the injuries you've had.
Well, yeah, but surely there's someone else that can do it, because
I mean, definitely not
every
Lewis
game
Skelly.
has been poor.
Yeah, but
I'd
he's
say
got that, he's
Partey's
got
better
that
than Skelly.
defensive mindset, hasn't he? So he can't be that bad. I know he's not obviously the quickest of midfielders.
The start of last season, he was left back quite a lot. Of course, we had you the first game of the season
Yeah, he
last
did.
year.
Yeah.
He wasn't great in that. Then we faced Palace. We won both games, but it wasn't convincing.
No.
Then when he got brought back into midfield, we found that consistency again.
And then when he's in midfield, it allows Rice to go into that
Yeah.
like number 8 position kind of thing. So,
And he's still useless there.
Right.
who have you got in?
I've also got Thomas Partey.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I also equally don't rate him that much. Just proper inconsistent.
Mm.
The only thing that I somewhat admire about him is his long shots from 35 yards.
Yeah.
That's literally all I have to say about it.
Yeah,
Covered most of it, to be fair.
I have memories of that because I think he scored twice against us, like from long range. It's
Was
not
that the game we beat you 5-0?
the game you beat us 5-0 and the game
Yeah.
you beat us this season.
He's been itching to get that put out.
Hopefully he doesn't do the same tonight because it's a huge game tonight. But we'll talk about that in Gold Show probably. Who have you got? Number 8?
I was going to put Kamara. I mean, he originally would have had Kovacic, but, you know, what has Kovacic done this season personally. So I've took Kovacic out and put Kamara in. So
Yeah, I think we spoke about Kamara quite a bit already. So it's
yeah.
just.
So am I the only person who doesn't have Kamara?
You not got him in your top 10?
Nope.
Really?
I mean, Ubaid wouldn't have, but I've personally made decisions to take out Kovacic for Kamara.
Big up
because-
Ubaid.
Well, like you two, I've got Thomas Partey. I did actually originally have him higher,
Yeah.
but yeah, just number 8. I think that's where he belongs. So we'll go on to number 7. I've actually got Tonali lower down.
You're Tonali at 7.
Yeah, I do like
That is
him, but I
outrageous.
think- bro, you have Rodri and Declan Rice.
He hasn't
as
played.
9th and 10th. I'm not having it from-
The Rodri shout is
I am not having
completely
it from
valid.
you.
The
I am not
Rodri,
having
The
it from
Rodri
you.
shout is not valid. I can't lie.
he's played 2 games.
I don't care if he's played 2 games. Anyway, I do like Tonali, but I just don't think he's as good as people say he is. It's just my opinion. I prefer Bruno G, honestly.
Sure.
I prefer Bruno G. So
Okay.
you can all stay me for that. So
As I say,
Will do.
mine was Partey. So yeah, you didn't get that far up in my list either. But
Fair enough. I've got probably the most underrated man on this list, Flynn Downs.
Oh, fuck a shout.
Flynn Downs. I
What
feel
is this list?
I feel like he's underrated, like properly underrated. I think he's been a rock in the Southampton side. I mean, against Chelsea, well, he's doing the best he can.
It's not a load of games.
it's like putting a piece of sellotape over the Titanic, saying it's going to be alright as it's sinking
Yeah,
heavily.
at least he's trying. But I feel like against Chelsea, I thought he actually played alright.
Yeah. I like Flynn Downs to some extent, but he's not a top 10.
I'm
Come
surprised he
on,
went back to
Southampton.
Southampton this season.
Yeah,
I thought Lopetegui may have integrated him because
Yeah,
Lopetegui
he-
and like Moyes likes a larger squad.
Don't
But-
get me wrong, he's not a bad player.
No, it's
but
not at all.
He's not. Okay, Matt.
Cheers, pal.
Cheers. But no, I like Flynn Downs as a player, but he's not top 10, bro. That's,
Well, he's at 7, so it's not exactly that high up the list.
yeah, but it's still top 10. It's still a bit outrageous.
That's what we're here for.
Anyway, Lenny, who have you got?
Same as you, Tonali.
So,
I
really like Tonali.
It's so low down.
It is low down. It is low down. Probably a bit too low down. But I really like him as a
Yeah.
player.
So is he not higher?
Well, we had that spell last year because of the
Yeah, he didn't play,
scandal. He
didn't play
couldn't
last
play.
year, Ethan.
That's the only
Yeah, but
reason
we're talking
why.
about this year though. So.
No, should we move on to number 6 or so? You Liam?
So I went to Tonali. Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's so low down.
no, but
Have you
then-
got him like top 3 or something? Oh, he's gonna have him first. Isn't he? He's gonna have him first. Yeah, we spoke about Tonali. Who's
yeah.
your number 6?
Jefferson Lerma.
I wanted to get Lerma in my top 10.
That's a shout.
I do like
That's
Lerma.
really-
Yeah.
I did want him.
Finally
Like-
some respect.
Yeah, I did want to get him in my top 10. I just couldn't. I just think there's better.
I just also think he's been solid.
He's consistent.
He's been consistent.
Probably one of the most consistent
Yeah.
players in the league,
Yeah.
if anything. Obviously at Palace, had that spell at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Very good.
Because he gets forward very well, and you can also defend pretty well. He's
His goal against who was that scream against? It was Chelsea. They scored that like mad goal from ridiculous yards out. He was just,
yeah.
what a goal.
Oh, he should have scored the other day, but
Yeah.
Big move.
Lenny?
My number 6, Onana for Villa. Again,
Mm.
fantastic
Yeah.
player, but there's a load of good players so far in this list.
Yeah.
But it is fantastic.
He's just that physical,
Yeah.
like,
He
bully.
gets forward well.
Mm.
He defends well.
I don't know why I haven't actually got Onana in my top 10 somehow.
You don't.
No, I just...
no, do I? Wait, so you don't know mine?
No, don't have him either. No.
Do you?
No.
I think...
There's better players out there.
Yeah, and I don't think he's played, like... Actually, I probably should say this because you're going to bring it back to Rodri. But he's not, like... I know he's had injuries, but he hasn't played the most this season, has he? I think it's more like Kamara and Tielemans in that midfield.
Yeah.
But Tielemans
And then-
isn't really a DM though.
Yeah,
No.
but no.
No.
Like, their midfield 2 is like...
yeah.
But Tielemans is that centre mid.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say the difference between comparing him to Rodri is the fact that Rodri's gone out and won a Ballon d'Or.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Onana, like I don't think he's made that. Like he's good, but I don't think he's made that.
You never know. He
impact.
could win the Ballon d'Or.
I mean, he could. You're right, but you still wouldn't put him in your top 10, would you?
I've got to do mine, haven't I? I've got Belabor. I've actually got him quite high up. I really do like Baleba. Think he will get a big move in the summer. Just so consistent for Brighton, and like I said earlier, when he's not playing, they miss him massively. So should we move on? I don't know what number we're on. Five. Ethan.
Moises Caicedo
Really?
at the 5. I feel like there's a clear 4 better people in front of him. Well, you're laughing because you can see it, but there it is fact. But I think he's when he was out for Chelsea, they missed him.
Yeah.
And as soon as he comes back, they've been a completely different side. And I feel like the midfield at Chelsea has probably been one of their best because obviously their defence ain't great and their attack is pretty dire. As in, well, I mean, Cole Palmer's lost his head. Yeah. The amount of chances he missed yesterday, he was on the 6-yard line more than anything, and he just kept putting it wide. And you could see it in his face. I was probably 20 yards away from him, and he was distraught.
Thanks for screwing me in FPL again, Palmer.
Well, not as bad as Tom.
Yeah.
Well, I've gone for Caicedo as well.
I've gone Caicedo.
Well, I've gone for Bruno Ramirez. So
I think he could be higher.
he could be higher.
He's also not a DM.
He's,
It's
I
not
mean,
really.
So I've come in your list.
but
again.
He's the DM.
again,
it's a difficult one with Bruno, to say if he's a DM or centre mid, because he does both ends of the pitch so well.
Yeah.
He is in my list.
So he's a box to box then.
Yeah.
So that's a DM then.
Well,
He was playing there when Tonali was out, wasn't
that's what I'm saying. I back him as a DM.
he? Yeah.
Fair.
You said you're number 5, and
Yeah.
you know.
Yes, my number 4.
My number 4 is Bruno. G.
He's just not a DM.
Same with me.
Bro, he's played
He's just
DM.
not-
He's played DM.
Yeah, but he's just not. So I spoke to a Newcastle fan because we was debating it, and she was saying how no, he's not a DM. I was going to do a Geordie accent, but no. It was. He's just not a DM though.
He's not a DM,
You literally. You said it yourself. He's a box to box.
But he's played there before.
So is Toby Collier, but
Toby Collier. I don't care about Toby Collier.
He's a centre mid. Mazarawi's played Cam. Doesn't mean he played Cam a few times. Doesn't mean he's a Cam, does it?
But he's that good. I think he makes it into the top 10. Even if he's not a DM, he makes it.
I mean, that's the reason why I haven't put him in my list because he was very high up, and I took him.
Maybe he'll be in your centre mid list when we do that.
Maybe.
Who have you got?
Most probably actually.
What for number 4?
Yeah.
Gravenberch.
I'll say the same thing. I don't think he's really a DM though.
No, but he's in Liverpool's midfield. He's that more
Yeah,
defensive.
more defensive
He's
player.
the more defensive minded one.
And obviously, you've got to have at least one Liverpool midfielder in there.
Yeah, you've
personally,
got to.
this season, how well they've done with this season. So.
Yeah, well, Ethan doesn't. You can tell.
I do not have a Liverpool fan. I do not have a Liverpool fan.
No, I see him as Liverpool's defensive-minded midfielder. I know it's when you look at it, it's more a central midfielder role. But when you look at him and McAllister, he's that defensive-minded one. So, who have you got, Lenny?
Is this number 3?
4.
Yes.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, 4.
Number 4 was Bruno.
Yeah, 4
That
was
was it.
Bruno for me. One.
So number 3?
Oh,
3.
I don't know.
We're on number
Bloody
3.
hell.
Yeah, number 3.
Right, number 3, I've got Rice.
Rice.
I also
I think
agree.
there's 2 better.
I just
also
don't
got
rate
Rice. Yeah.
I've put
Wait, no,
Gravenberch.
wait, I didn't mention my number 4.
Oh, who was it?
Did you not?
Ben Tanker.
What?
Ben Tanker. I don't like how I'm getting slated for this.
He's a good player, but he's not top 4 DMs in the
No.
league, bro.
Oh my god.
Top 4.
Let's steep it. You've put Benton Kerr over Rice and Rodri.
Yeah, well, Rodri's
And
played
Flynn
2
Downs.
games.
Outrageous.
You can't.
Well,
do
Rodri
this,
played 2
Rodri,
games.
2
Well, I can
games.
because I have.
Are you,
I know
a,
you
are
have.
you a secret Spurs fan or something?
Well,
You've
I
got
don't-
Basuma and
I-
Benton Kerr in your top 10.
I don't have Basuma.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You said Basuma.
You literally
earlier.
I said Basuma.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
you
you
said
said
Basuma.
Basuma.
Shows
Sorry,
how
my
much
bad,
you guys
my
bloody
bad.
listen.
Both Spurs
Yeah,
fans over there.
Absolutely.
But no, he's a good player, but he's not even in my top 10.
Well, each to their own.
But can you see him more as a central midfielder?
No, I just feel like he's a DM.
Oh, come on, man. You're on par with Henry here. This is bad.
Well, Henry isn't here this week, so
It's the 2 United
he's
fans.
He's
famous.
Henry's
hidden spirit.
replacement. Who was your number 3? Sorry,
It was Rice, yeah.
Yes, so
Personally,
and
yeah.
what was yours?
Gravenberch.
Rambert.
Yeah. It's been incredible this season.
Probably your
And
best
of course,
midfield.
Yeah.
past few seasons for Liverpool, he was all right. they looked to get Zubimendi in the summer. Didn't quite work out, but here's the reason
It's quite funny to be fair.
Why
Liverpool
they
just
are.
went after someone.
where they are
Same.
this season. Liverpool.
But no, I've got Gravenberch at number 2.
This is Moises Caicedo.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, again, I probably wouldn't have put him that high up if I'd put down all the list, but you know.
Well, that is.
I could
Zubaid.
back it. It is Zubaid.
It's
Yeah.
Zubaid's list. So.
Yeah. So, no, I mean,
No wonder he's
I
second.
did say to him, I backed most of these, but Caicedo at second was a bit. Yeah.
Second.
Yeah, he's second.
Who's your number 2?
Well, my number 3. I'll do 3 and 2 at the same
Yeah,
time.
just do that.
Number 3.
We're so lost.
Manuel Ugarte. He has been.
Oh.
He has been. Producers walking out. What's that about? He's been one of the best signings that we've made in recent times. I feel he is.
Is it a high bar though?
Huh?
Is it a high bar
What do you mean? Is it
in terms of
Oh.
Man United, one of the best signings?
Oh
No,
my
but
Lord.
the point still stands. The fact is one of the best signings that we've made. I think he's quality. I think he's generally top 3.
I can't tell if you're actually trying to get rage bait out of us or
Henry,
something.
if you're watching this, please, can you come back and back this?
Oh my
Please.
God.
I don't like the slander.
Asking Henry to back you is that's awful.
Yeah, but he's probably the only one who's actually watched him play. I guarantee. How many games have you watched?
I've actually watched a
play?
few, and he
3.
should have got sent off against Leicester. He should have got sent off against Leicester.
I mean, I have watched Ugarte in person, and he's
he's all right.
all right, but he's not very.
he's
He's
nothing
not. He shouldn't be arguably lower down the top 10, maybe, but top 3, top 2 actually, second.
Who is your second?
Tyler Adams from Bournemouth. I think he's been one of the key reasons why
I
Bournemouth
like
have.
Adams, but he's not.
Was he not injured quite a lot last
Yeah,
season?
he's in. He's
Yeah,
probably,
last
the-
season.
probably one of the most injury-prone players to
Yeah,
ever play in the
last-
Premier League.
Mm.
Because he was like it at Leeds as well.
I like him as a player.
Oh yeah, I
Not
like him as a player.
second
But
place.
Well,
but
I think he's been quite a key reason why they're flying
yeah,
so
he
high on the
has.
table.
Oh,
Look
he
where
has.
Bournemouth were like a few seasons ago. Now look where they are now.
it's not second.
I think that's
Well, I'd
mostly
say
down
so.
to Viola,
Yeah.
I would argue.
Yeah, but I think he's helped out.
Yeah.
That's why he's chilling at second.
Mm.
Fair.
So I have Gravenberch second. You have Caicedo.
Yeah.
Zubaid.
Oh, yeah.
You have Tyler Adams. Who was
I've
yours?
got Declan Rice.
Declan Rice.
Second.
Number 1, which should be everyone's answer.
Yeah.
Don't look,
Ethan.
he's played 2 games. I don't know how he doesn't keep saying this.
Rodri. Rodri's
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
He's the best GM in the world. You can't.
Well, not at the moment because he's got 1 foot.
He's just won the Ballon d'Or.
He's got 1 foot.
Come on, man. That is.
Oh.
Who is your number 1?
Sandro Tonali.
Okay. That's not awful. That's not awful. Tonali's, but he's not.
No.
He's not number 1.
I'd say he is.
So
Great sign from Milan.
right on their day, ignore the injury. On their day,
That's not what he was on about.
Rodri or
We-
Tonali.
Yep.
Rodri or Tonali.
We weren't on about. We're not on about.
I don't
this
care.
isn't like in their prime. Because if you just said in their prime, it would be a completely different story. Well,
Bro,
it's pretty much
in the
what it was.
message, I told you. In the message,
Should
I
we get
told
this
you.
up? Should we get this up?
Yes,
See if
get the
I've got
message
an
up. I
absolute
sent it.
plan.
I sent it to Boo. I sent
I've
it
got.
to
He
Boo.
forwarded it. He said, top 10 Prem CDMs. Here's a list.
Yeah, no, it says
then- yeah, go
take
on.
into fact
Boy.
both their all-round quality and a bit of this season.
Yeah.
Exactly. Use this
yeah,
season.
all-round. Yeah, I
lot
said
of this
take into
season.
fact both, bro. You've had a Mary
No,
from.
where have you said that?
The second
It's on the,
What do you
it's
mean
on the
second
top
line?
paragraph.
Near the bottom. Near the bottom,
Take
mate.
into fact
Yeah.
both their all-round
Yeah, and a
quality
bit this season.
and a
I'm
bit of
literally
this
taking
season.
into this season. I'm taking
Yeah,
into
but
account this
saying
season.
Rodri's 10th is mental.
He said the fact that take a bit of this season and mainly.
Yeah,
their
that's why I
quality.
say in the 10th. Because I'm using the bits of last season.
Yeah, but when I'm saying take into this season,
Oh my God.
I am thinking the likes of Kamara, Baleba, Norgard, all that.
Yeah.
That is mental. That is.
I don't
mental.
think it's that mental.
Well, we'll have to see what the comments think. I'm sure this is going to get clipped to the TikTok as well. So
Who's doing the clips for this? Is it you?
It's not me, so it'll be you, babe.
Or myself. So I can
Or yourself, yeah.
right. So yeah, but that has been our top 10 CDM list. Thank you so much for watching this Red Show. Please like and subscribe to the Blue Podcast Network. Check out our socials, our Instagram, our TikTok, where we do TikTok live streams almost every day. We're almost every day, so check us out.